Welcome to another Paragon Films informational video about our industry and market conditions. My name is Carla Thorne, and today we want to talk about some of the events that are taking place as we begin January 2021 and what's happening in our market. So in December, there had been indications from some of the indexes, such as CDI and IHS and Platts, that we could potentially start to see some decreases in the resin pricing after having seen so many increases in the second and third quarter. And about mid-December, there was a shift in this prediction. And in fact, instead of talking about a potential decrease in the marketplace, they actually began suggesting that the market would go the other direction and we would start having increases. And sure enough, what we saw was that all of the stretch film manufacturers announced price increases to be effective in January. And now we have indications to think that there could actually be a second price increase coming behind the first one. And so what we want to talk about today is what is the driving force behind these increases. So as we talk about a couple of the key indications that drive price increases in the stretch film market and industry, one of the things that we talk about is spot buys or spot ethylene buys. And this is where somebody may not have a contract specific to buy a specific resin, but they would go buy resins as they became available. And what has happened with the spot ethylene market is that we have seen this market double, and in some cases more than double, from November to January. So that's a huge indication that a market is tightening and that prices are tightening. There's not a lot of spot ethylene available, and what is available has more than doubled in price. The second indicator that we often look at is the Brent crude pricing. So we have seen the price of oil go from $40 a barrel up to $54 a barrel. That's a massive shift in a short amount of time. And this specifically impacts the Asian European market because overseas they traditionally make linear low density polyethylene resin out of oil. Well, in the United States, we do not do that, and what happens is as the price of oil goes up, it opens up a larger export market for us to be able to ship, not as in Paragon Films, but as the resin producers to be able to ship resin overseas. And so when that happens and the export market increases, then the prices here in the Americas go up as well. And then the third thing that is a key indicator is basic economics of supply and demand. The demand for stretch film linear low density polyethylene has remained exceptionally high during the fourth quarter and coming into the first quarter of 2021, and yet the supply side is extremely tight. Again, the price of oil going up and the spot ethylene market doubling in price and not being available, that makes the shift where supply is higher than demand, and that will lead us to price increases. So these are the driving forces behind it. As opposed to a decrease in the fourth quarter as what was anticipated, we have seen our first price increase of 2021, and there is large discussions right now that there could be a potential second price increase behind this first one. So we wanted to get this information out to you. I'll be attaching a Word document that talks about these specific indicators so that you'll be able to reference back and utilize it. Should you have any question about the information that we've shared, please reach out to me or to your local Paragon representative. We'll be happy to answer as many questions as possible, and we look forward to our continued success in 2021.